Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Legend of Grimrock II! In the last episode, we began exploring the twig root forest and discovered the twig root tunnels herein. And a large... it's not a tower because we can't climb it. It's not a castle or a fort. I guess a shrine might be the proper term for it. That had these enchanted faces, which informed us that if we bring 4 power gems to the altar that it was in where those faces were located, they would create an essence of fire for us. Well, I don't know if we need an essence of fire. I think we should at least have some goal while we're on here that we're trying to meet. And so our group is looking to do that. I suppose it gives us something to do with these power crystals anyway. And until we can get rescued off of the island, it's not like we'll be able to return any treasure or the like here. In Twigwood Forest, we discovered some rat pirates are here. Or ratling pirates. Well, I suppose it would make sense, given that, well, this is an island, way off the beaten track, I suppose, or somewhat off the beaten track. And as such, perhaps this place has been visited by them before. So we've eliminated a handful of them, found some skeletal warriors down in this area, and the Ratlings have some warg pets here, so apparently they're using this place as some sort of base of operations, or perhaps some sort of scouting location. We've also seen a mage who stared at us when we rounded a corner. We didn't make any sudden moves, despite Payton's anger towards mages, and he vanished. We also found a leprechaun, and I filled it with a dagger for 25 points of damage without hesitation. Take that! It then ran behind this gate, which shut behind it, and we heard it laugh in the distance. We've explored a good portion of the twig root forest, twig root tunnels, but we haven't explored any of the pits. We'll be coming back to take a look at them later when we found some rope, which we might be able to get to in this video. And speaking of which, let's get going with this one. I suppose here's my current character statistics. We reached level 4, so I spawned a cheat tome, or rather, I cheated to spawn a skill tome for all of our characters. If you're curious, once again, those skill points will be placed to something that is not the character's focus, or at least that's the intention. Payton can't even benefit from what we put his free point in, here in Earth Magic. And for Aglaia, dodge is not the most useful for her, but it will be somewhat useful with 3 points in it. Zifnab is taking points into alchemy. By the way, Mr. Sultans, I might occasionally call Zifnab Zifban instead. I actually have in all my notes the spelling of him as Zifban, not Zifnab. I do prefer Zifnab, but for the past year I thought it was spelled a different way. Now let's see where he went. Well, we get our dagger back at least. Good enough. I guess he plucked it out of himself. Ah, a way up and out, but we can't climb that debris. Too hazardous. Probably can't fit underneath that one beam anyway. Uh-oh. That does not sound so good. There's our leprechaun friend. Sorry about the dagger. I just instinctively reacted. Hey, yep, he is, by the way, a hostile. should probably deal with this first. Ooh, that was a rock thrown at us from him from behind. Gotta be a little careful here. I don't want to accidentally throw a dagger down a pit. Got you now, jerk! Oh, good for him. Look at him dodge. That little grin he's got, too. Be taking a bunch of these darts and daggers out of him slowly with time. Oh, good crit, Peyton. A brass key and a note. The trickster comes and goes, but the pain stays. And a quarterstaff. A quarterstaff is one of the very few, I think, reach weapons, in this game. They're difficult to find, and to be honest, I don't have a character who would use them here. So we'll just be leaving this in this room. With 2 points in accuracy, Agalea doesn't need them. She can actually hit things with any weapon she's able to use from the back row. And Zifnab will not use melee weapons. We don't need him to. We're getting a little hungry, so let's have some food. Okay, let's look around in here really quick. Oh, well... that's easy. What'd that do? I don't know. But it was a secret button, so I'm gonna feel... oh, I see what it did. It shut this pit. Some more pellets. I think we're just about done picking them up. Maybe 3 more. Potion of dexterity. I like splitting up the things I find. I don't want to heavily invest in any particular character, not overly much so. I'm not playing Warriors of the Nile. I'm playing Grimrock, and I feel a little guilty if I level someone and ignore anyone else. We've given a willpower potion to Zifnab. We've given a vitality potion to... I think it was Devised. So, why not give a dex potion? Let's see. What's your accuracy? 24, 16. Let's give it to Peyton Fane. By the way, I was trying to understand hit rates for this game, and I think I might be able to explain it. It's not so difficult in the end. There is a base accuracy. So I've scoured the internet and found a post about it on the Steam forums, but what it referenced is no longer in existence. Grimrock.net doesn't look like it exists any longer. In any case, or at least the thread there that had existed, there is a 60% chance to hit in the game. And I think the way it works is that every point in accuracy gives you an extra 1% to hit. And then there's a little bit of more, there is a weighted number which begins to apply itself to you depending upon how many times you miss in a row. I think when you miss 4 or 5 times in a row, the game gives you the next hit for regardless of what your hit chances are. The evasion of the creature is also taken into account based upon you, and so it decreases your chance to hit based on that. So you want, basically, from what I've read, if you want the highest chance to hit, you'll want an accuracy here of about maybe 35. If you're willing to put up with some evasion on some of the other enemies that you're fighting. So Aglia has the best chance to hit at the moment with 24, and she's the one who has 2 points invested in accuracy. I've never had turtle before. I wonder what it tastes like. Or falcon scryer. Guess we can take the power crystal. That will be 4 of them total, so if we ever do make it out of these tunnels, that will give us what we need in terms of creating the essence of fire. Oh, 68 crit. Good throw, Aglia. Oh, look at the blood spurt out of it. Reminds me of the old Torok games. Wow, remember those first turtles, how much trouble they gave us? Nowhere near that trouble now. My eyes are looking over in this area, by the way, if you're curious as to what I'm examining for the walls, because we found 2 secrets so far, and they seem to be rather consistent. It would be neat if maybe some of the custom campaigns added additional types of secret buttons that you can interact with, but that's probably also very difficult to do for a game like this without heavy modding. Okay, I don't see any other secrets here, with the exception of the pits, but we'll come back for those. Can we re-enter? Oh! We can't get back into this area. Hopefully this gives us access to the... Well, I guess... Well, if there's a way out, it'll be on this side, then. We can come back in here normally. Assuming we can leave throughout somewhere over here to explore these pits, and then leave and go back in the main entrance to get to these ones again. I hope. Oh, you have a lizard. That's a bit insulting, I think, to eat this while we have Fane in our group. Well, hopefully he doesn't mind if we're eating one of his a lizard on a stick. Ah, and our first. How do I pronounce this? Shuriken? 2 Shuriken. When we get a little more of these, we'll start using them. They also have a special attack, as you can see. You can throw 3 of them at once by holding down the attack button. But once we have 5 at points into throwing, we'll probably never have to worry about doing that sort of thing. Because I don't think it triggers our throw what's in your secondary hand slot. Bread, container of milk, and a stick of butter. What is this? I can see the shrine right beneath here. I wish I had packed more provisions. We can't go down there. We're not allowed to fall down pits that have these stones in them, with or without a gate. And we're not going to do pit stuff until we have rope. At least that's the intention. Oh, okay. We still can't leave this dungeon the way we came in, because that pit can't be shut. So hopefully there's another way out over here. And And there is. Perfect. But I would be remiss not to check this area for any potential secrets. Another recipe. Shield potion. 1 etherweed, 1 mudwort. We haven't found any mud... Oh, no, we have 1 mudwort. Etherweed, mudwort. So we don't have the alchemy required to actually construct that, which is why we don't see the potion made here. We probably need a second point in alchemy for that. And force field. I think this is a square, isn't it? Yep. Nothing can get out of it or into it. And it absorbs... Oh, nice. All damage. Was that the only button? Oh, wow. Reed armor. Reed cuirass. This cuirass, crafted out of weeds grown on the banks of the Serpent River, can withstand far more powerful strikes and slashes than one would expect from its looks. It's 1 more protection and 2 more agility, so we'll give it to Peyton Fane. Have more bullets that we will never need. Okay, let's leave a handful of things here that I'm never ever going to use, probably. So let's see. Oh my goodness, when did I pick up the sack? Alright, well, we have an extra sack here. Oh, the room with the skeletons. The group of skeleton warriors with the teleporter. I think it's where I grabbed this from, but I forgot all about it. Holy crap. Alright, we have a compass. Note. I had more equipment than I could carry, so I buried some of it right between the 2 lanterns in eastern twig root forest. Some more bread. And more lockpicks. Okay, so we're not going to need, I don't think... Oh, actually, do I want to use that axe instead of the cudgel? What did I take when you leveled up? Armor. We'll hold on to the skull cleave. We have more lockpicks. So now we have a hint about the lanterns. Where I think I showed off that I remember there being a chest in that area. So we'll go back and investigate that now with that we have the note about it. More inventory management. We will not use the baton. We have plenty of food. Well, we're probably going to double back and get another box and leave a box of food someplace. We don't have to worry about carrying so much. We don't need all of this, that's for sure. At least not right away. I will transfer... Oh, yeah. Oh, this does even say Alchemy Level 2. I didn't even see that in parentheses there. So, I will begin writing down all the potion recipes as we find them. And I won't be holding on to these. Actually, I'll probably just go and copy all the alchemy notes from the internet. So we won't need to carry on any... We won't need to carry any recipes. Once again... Or maybe not once again, you do not need any scrolls to be able to cast spells or use the recipes. You can do that without having found any of them. We left a small area here we left some areas unexplored out here, so there might be more wargs around. Oh, I see you. Might be too far. Okay, it was probably too far. Even with all those points of accuracy, we still miss a little too often, I think, game. Right in its back. It's just ignoring us. Hey, don't ignore us. How many lockpicks do we have? 3. Wait, I thought we marked this. Okay. So we did check that chest. We did check this chest. There were no... oh, we did check that chest. There were no chests in this area. Sure, we'll open this one. There are mimics, by the way, in this game. Remember how terrified I was when I first made me jump out of my skull when I found one in the bog or the marsh, whatever it's called. Saltwater marsh, or no, that's a type of marsh. I don't remember what it's called. But there are none in this area, if I recall correctly. Ah, and the buckler. This is not a shield. I think the very first time I played the game, I put it here. But the game highlights where it goes for you in this spot. It's 2 evasion. We have, at the moment, 4 evasion. But because Devised is a knight, I think he gains a little more evasion whenever we grab anything that has evasion on it, or at least shields, which is, I guess, qualifies as. So he'll go ahead and use it at the moment. Okay, I don't see anything else here. Oops, and I do want to mark this down as searched. Save so I don't have to do that again. Oh. I'll just remember that I haven't searched any of the pits, rather than make notes about it. Alright, let's see what happens with 4 stones placed here. I think we'll just leave it here, as the note I just placed hints at. I'm guessing then, like, I mean, I know, that there are 3 other essences. I'm also going to go ahead and we'll leave our crate of food here. As we have plenty still on us. And I'm going to double back really quickly to the shipwrecked dungeon, or shipwrecked tunnels, whatever it's called, to grab the crate I left there. Thank you guys for yelling at me. I did forget all about that torch. I don't need to kill it. I will attempt to do no grinding in the game. That means that if I don't have to kill something that respawned, I will not do so. Why do I even pick up the boxes? Technically, I don't need to do this sorting. But I like having a nice, very pretty, organized inventory in every game I play. So even though the box weighs about 5 pounds or so itself... Oh... I went the wrong way. Okay, so hold on. Let's see. Well, that really stinks. I guess we can leave a rock here. Actually, Tim, you are taking the ammo for this exact reason. we'll eventually find some place where I will store all of my stuff, which I think will be in the next zone that we're going to. We do have a little bit more of twig root forest to explore. I think the twig roots respawn, or the twigants respawn at some point too. Enemies will, to my knowledge, not respawn while you are in the zone, although some can be warped in, but there's no respawning of them while you're here. They also, I believe, some are respawned based upon just how long it's been, like the turtles on the beach, but others, I think, respawn when certain events transpire. A delicious mushroom, just waiting to be eaten fresh or dried. Oh, a sign completely passed. Right, this is a code. I actually remember what it means. It means, what direction are we facing? That's north. This feels like we're facing east. Okay, gotcha. So, this says east 1. I'm sorry, 1 east, 3 or 4 north, 1 east, or north. No, this is 1. East 1, north like 4, 1 east, 1 north. So it's like 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. And here there's a chest. But because we don't understand what that says, or our heroes don't, I'm going to pass on it. It took quite a bit of work to get that translation. God, that puzzle. I remember all the pressure plates and having to step on them in certain orders and stuff like that. This is another way out. Alas, for us, it is not another way in. You can just barely make out the edge of this door here, but without any hint as to how to interact with it. And our hero's eyes, or my eyes in particular, are not good enough to see it, and to my knowledge, there is no way to open it from the side. It will stay sealed at the moment. Okay. I suppose... How many locks do we have? 2. We can dig up this chest. We'll earn, by the way, all chests that we dig up will earn us experience points as well, if I recall. Oh, this is a tool of leadership. All right, then. So you guys should probably know that I just got done recording part 3, and I'm immediately recording part 4 because I'm super addicted to the game. I want to record the heck out of this. So the 2 votes I had for leadership are still going to be counted, and we will make Aglaea of Metri our leader. This thick book is filled with the teachings of legendary generals, enlightened spiritual leaders, and wise sages. Of which, she's probably all 3 as well. Gain party leader trait. Other party members receive +1 bonus to all attributes as long as the party leader is alive. Though it certainly looks like it improved her stats too, because I just saw her energy and health drop. So I think it's improving everybody's, not just hers. Yeah, she gained a little more accuracy because her dexterity got improved by 1, I think. So it's +1 to all stats as long as she remains alive. I kinda would prefer it if it was only your companions and not her. That seems like one person sacrifices their stats, so everyone else is better. It seems more of a teamwork thing there. I remember that puzzle. That shrine was is not too difficult. Wow, and there's a secret there that we really, really want, which has a locked chest behind a gate. How do I remember this stuff? Okay. Well, let's push on. Very quiet. Everyone's a little nervous, as well, as they should be, because they know this is going to get tougher from here on out. A chest! But I want to save our precious lockpick for a little later. Some horned fruit. We could eat that egg right now and see what Payton Fane gains for a stat, but I'll wait till he's a little more a little hungrier. Ah, and we have new enemies here now. These creatures were in the first Grimrock game. They're not too difficult. They obviously fly, so they can fly right over the water, what have you. This is where it gets a little tricky for throwing weapons or missile weapons, because they will run when their life is a little low. So we have to be able, and if they fly across the river, we can't get back the daggers we threw. So we kind of want to make sure we can finish them off quick enough. North, Sleet Island, west, Twigroot Forest, south, Keelbreach Bog. Oh, I remember. There's a gold key down here. Let's see if we can get it really quick. Water. Didn't exist in the Eye of the Beholder games. Didn't exist in the first Grimrock, to my recollection. You were on a timer the moment you go into the water, at which point, once the timer expires, your characters will drain all their energy. And then, more time will elapse, and those who have no energy left will begin to, they'll begin to drown and take large amounts of damage. A gold key, another torch, some leather armor. We'll make this the place where we store some stuff. We can finally give you some pants, something. We can't actually carry too much more with Payton. Let's eat the egg. Gain +1 dexterity. Now it will take 4 such eggs for us to benefit from the egg bonus again for him, because he's a lizard man. Humans have no such food that they benefit from, neither do minotaurs. Insectoids will benefit from eating fruit in a similar fashion, the horned fruit. And I believe ratlings will benefit from cheese fed in such a way. There is a finite, I think, amount of fruit in the game. I do not believe it respawns. Eggs as well. Cheese, I think, might be a very random drop from ratlings, but don't quote me on that. Critical, 60-something damage. Excellent throw there, Aglea. Nice shaded place for the food. I'll go ahead and just delete this note. You guys remember my Ultima Underworld series? If you watched it, maybe you didn't watch it. How I would move equipment around to make sure I had a spot that had all the treasure or what have you I was finding. I do this in every game I play. We have no weapon, by the way, that can attack underwater. Maybe lightning works underwater? But that's something that also hurt us, I think, if I was to try it. So, and it will take more than one casting of that to kill a enemy underwater. Obviously, fire bursts won't work underwater. I think the only thing that works underwater is indeed lightning, if it does. But we'll find thrusting weapons later. I don't know if we can use this as a thrusting weapon, if its special attack works underwater. We could give that a try. I often don't want to move when fighting them because I don't want them to get a chance to turn around and run away. I want back my throwing weapons. Another lizard on a stick. And we're not going that way yet. Let's try to clear out more of these flying creatures if we can. Also, quick save. Shrine of Pain. Hidden there either. Okay, let's go south to start. And quite a bit of ruins outside of what looks like this castle. How high the walls are, though. I would expect maybe a 2-story wall for a normal fort or castle, but this place is protected by reefs and what have you, too. Plus a series of puzzles. This is probably some sort of temple rather than a palace or a fort of some sort. And the bridge has long since fallen away too, apparently. And with a keen eye and a sharp aim, they entered. Well, there's our keen eye thing. Let's see about that sharp aim. You can throw items by clicking on them and dragging them. As you've just seen. Hoping not to have 2 misses like that. We're going to be attacking the side, too. That's interesting. And it was the case. Zifbin's icon is that of a girl. Although it can look like a dude, too. But whenever he's hit, you'll hear a girl grunt in pain. Okay, those 2 are now obviously dead. Do I want to risk going into the water? No, not yet. Not unless we have a weapon. Right. Oh, right. Or I test these weapons out. We can pop. Oh, hold on. We have another flyer. Let's get him really quick while he's in the area we can reach. Let's stay here and tank. Good job, guys. Well, it gets dark quick. Alright, let's use a torch. And it is hard to see underwater in the dark, which would make a lot of sense. So we will wait until exploring more watery areas until it is daytime again. We could take back the rock, but I'll leave it here, just in case we want to ever traverse through this place easily. Shrine of Entanglement. There are 4 sides to everything. North, south, east, and west. Top, bottom, inside, outside. Inside, outside technically is also part of top and bottom. Some leather boots. Let's give these to our paladin over the shoes. And the shoes can go to Aglaia. Oh, I feel like that was a mistake. Well, when we step, does that work? No, that does not work. There we go. Okay. Wow. That didn't take too long. When we press this button, these faces will send these balls of ectoplasm across. And if they hit those holes, something happens. But if they're blocked, then nothing does. Because this is in the way, that will stop, as you can see, one of the teleporters from working. Is there anything like here? There's not. Okay. So, we need both of them to go across. I feel kind of bad for the poor faces we see destroyed. I wonder what it was they would have said, if anything. And yes, that was the mage riding on that wyvern-like creature that we saw earlier. Secret found. I'd love to open this, but I need our lockpick for a different chest, because I remember there being something good in the chest by that shrine we saw with the spikes going around. Oh, okay, I remember this too. So when we press this button, where we warped from will have a wall lowered. Oh, this. Okay. We cannot... Well, we could do this now, but this is going to be rather difficult. So first off, we're fighting black moss. This cancerous mass of darkness feeds on living things. It reeks of death and chaos. Only the most potent alchemists dare to handle it. It is used, if I recall correctly, in the construction of bombs. That, if I recall correctly, is also a skill book. One of 4 hidden on the island. It's worth making the attempt to get it, but I don't think we'll win this battle now. Time? About another 15 minutes. My goodness, it goes by so quick. I'm never sure how much to speak in these games. As I do love the atmosphere here, too, in the ambience. The music adds to kind of the creepiness. Hello, we have some wargs. They've probably seen us. Now they will investigate. Getting hungry. And our warrior's a little hungry. He can have some cheese. Oops, headset got unplugged. I feel like there's a secret here. I don't see anything to interact with on the walls. Scroll of Invisibility. 3 air, 2 concentration. A very useful spell. Very useful spell. Enemies will only think you're there if you're 1 space away from them. Another healing potion. Get to one of our frontliners. And a longsword. A mighty weapon. The longsword... A mighty weapon. The longsword is the weapon of choice for Theronian knights. It is renowned for its ability to impale even well-armored foes. The thrust attack. Powerful lunge dealing double damage with high accuracy. It's about the same as the rapier, which actually it's the same exact attack. The rapier has plus 10 accuracy. This does not have such. A longer cooldown on it. But almost double damage. Actually, yeah, almost double damage. So we will absolutely take it as an upgrade. And okay, I would like to go back and store some stuff in those other boxes. We have oh wow, we left behind. We have more wargs here. That was all that was there, right? Let's double check really quick. Yes, okay. Oh, a skull. We want that. Oh, mighty hit. Nice! Excellent work, guys. Excellent work. Lots of meat. Yeah, we should double back. And maybe store more food. I don't need to pick up every single bit of food, but I like having 2 full crates waiting in the wings for us in case I decide we need it later. Some etherweed. And the first of the skulls. I feel like we've missed one somewhere. Probably in one of the pit areas we didn't explore. So, Aglaia has Headhunter. So, her damage should go up by 1 point. We put this in her inventory. Yep. There we go. If you put these in a bag, and the bag is in her inventory, she also still gains the +1 strength. She doesn't have to actually have them sitting in her inventory directly. As long as they're within it in some way, she will benefit from it. A short bow. We are not going to use anyone who uses missile weapons, so that can stay here today. And tomorrow. And the day after tomorrow. And every day thereafter. I remember really liking the heavy crossbow and lightning bow in the game. Did I just walk by the secret and not see it? Because it feels like there is one. even that secreted giant button. Falcon Scryer. I think this is used for speed potions, air bombs, or lightning bombs. Rage potions, I think, use it. Well, I would love to open that. Once again, we only have one lockpick, so that will stay there at the moment. As I'm walking, I'm trying to remember where other secrets were, which is why I'm going to ignore certain spots and not look straight at the walls, because I'm under the impression that there are no secrets there. The cache is what it's called, not the stash. Okay. So, we want to go down here. This is going to be difficult. Rather difficult. Oh god, okay. Leaving. Oh, darn it, we took a foot wound as we're climbing out of that pit. Okay, so let's oh, that sucks. Alright, let's just go back down there, we'll slug it out with them. Ooh, Tim, be careful. All the wounds will be healed when we use a healing potion. Hope we don't take yet another. Okay, we will want a second health potion. Another gold key. I didn't realize one of them drops another gold key. Rats! Actual rats, not ratlings. Throwing weapons go right over them. When they attack you, they have a very interesting attack. They don't attack you from that space. They move on to you and then leap up to bite you, and they attack every single person. They aren't used very often in the game, which is a shame, because I absolutely love these things as a type of enemy that you encounter. And yes, our torch is expiring. It'll do at the moment. Alright, so I guess we'll end after we decide what door we're going to open. So this is the cache, what doors will open. In here are 4 locked doors. The Thief's Cache, which has a longbow, bolts, and a potion. I thought there was also some lockpicks, like 3 lockpicks in here. Though maybe I'm mistaken. I'm sure there's some. Oh, they're right there in that on that shelf. The Paladin's Cache. That is a magic sword. I think it's a fire sword. I think that's a potion of shielding or a health potion, like a healing. And that is a knight's shield. We will want a shield. We haven't found one I'm willing to use yet for Debestus. So let's go ahead and use a key here. Oh, it's a health potion, not a shielding potion. So we didn't need to make it that other one. Too late now. Alright, what else do we have? Yep! Fireblade! Can set enemies on fire. Its special attack will launch a fireball. But note the charges. Once it's out of fireballs, it can't use its special attack anymore. I think it does not act like a normal sword once its fireball is gone. It's still a flaming sword. So we will still use the long sword for most of this. The damage is the same. It's just that this deals fire damage as opposed to normal damage. And this gives us thrust, which we don't otherwise have. And a heavy shield. Plus 6 evasion, which for us is plus 9 evasion, because we gain an extra 50% evasion thanks to us being a knight. Some mudwort. And down here, if I recall correctly, is what we're looking for. The Snake Charmer's cache. We want this. Anti-venom. That should prove useful. Rope. Absolutely useful. Serpent Bracer. This will make the person who has it equipped, as you can see, oh wow, plus 2 prot as well, and 50 resist poison. Let's give that to Payden Fane, who should now be immune to poison. Yep, 100% poison immunity. Or, well, honestly, Zifban could also use it, since if he's poisoned, he's basically going to die very quickly. The prot, though, is more useful for Payden. The shock is more useful for Payden. The prot is more useful for Payden, not the shock. Poison shield, I already know what this is. This is a small square in the lower left-hand corner. Yep, small square. I already know all about those spells. And we have one more gold key. I think we will spend it here. But not on the Thief's Cache. There's one more. One more cache. The Conjurer's Cache. That has a light orb in it. An energy potion. And I want to say there's something else in here too besides those two. But this is... the orb is very useful. So let's go ahead and take this. Energy potion. Orb of Radiance. Plus 15 energy. And has a special ability called Light. Which is effectively the light spell. Archmage's Mantle. This is... so it's a... I thought a mantle was always like a cape or a cloak. But this is actually a pair of pants. There we go. And I guess these plus 3 leather pants can be given to you, Aglia. Leave that here. And guys, I think that will do it for this episode. If I've been playing for another hour. Let's see. How long have I been playing for? Yep, almost an hour, so we'll stop here. Alright guys, thanks for watching. So our heroes are looking pretty good. We now have some decent equipment on most of them. Some actual knight gear, a long sword, good heavy... actually, you guys just saw us do this. I'll do a summary of it in the next episode. So thank you for watching, everyone. And I will see... oh, I will see you. Hello, Mudwort. I will see you all maybe in the next one. Thanks for watching again.